Hey everyone, Pastor Chris here. Welcome to the carpool side chat. Back in Tampa. I'm here at work. But I did want to reach out and give you a word, really a word of encouragement today. Have been a couple questions, but this is more general than the questions. All these floods and deaths in Texas that happened on the 4th of July have just been awful. And the news keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And you hear stories and you see the people who heard folks screaming for help and they couldn't help. We hear people who are taught to save and there's nobody to save. And it's just horrible. Just horrible. It's hit me too. And what I want to encourage you today, how do I help? I want to do more than give money. Maybe I'll send water. Maybe I'll go with a group to go down there. It sounds like they have the people to help. But what I want to say is what you can do. And as Governor Abbott, governor of Texas, has said, as organizations and survivors and rescuers said, prayer is everything. But one of the things I want you to keep in mind is this verse, 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore encourage the brethren and lift them up, as you are in fact doing. See, the Bible speaks over and over again about standing with, sitting with, encouraging. When tragedy strikes, that's really everything. And this comes not so much from a pastor hat. Take this one off. This is my grief counseling hat now. There is some horrible loss, and there'll be a lot of grief. But wherever you're at, I want you to remember there are people where you're at right now who are affected by what's going on. There are people who had a house, a friend, a family member, God forbid, drown or die in floods or lose everything. And this flood brings back these memories. And they're going to want someone to be there, to sit with, to stand with, to cry with. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore encourage the brethren. This is on the news 24/7. This is all over. Kids hear this and they're going to be anxious or upset or maybe act out. And it's reassurance. You sit with, you stand with. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. And there'll be parents. I don't know why my child is. All you have to do is sit with, stand with them. That's everything. Encourage the brethren. So stand with each other, sit with each other, talk with each other, cry with each other. Drink coffee, let them scream. The tragedies in Texas, the fallout is everywhere. So I just wanted to share that. This addresses the question, but it's a little deeper than just the question. So make sure you do that. Look for those opportunities because they are certainly all around us. Quick comment why I say this. It's like, what do you mean? What do you say this, Pastor Chris? So there's a firefighter, the Edward R. Murrah building in Oklahoma City, when it was bombed. There was a picture on the cover of Time Magazine, Newsweek. It was a firefighter carrying the body of a little boy. Very dramatic picture. Heard this firefighter talk. What, 20, 25 years later, 30 years later? He was getting a new pool put at his house. And they had to use jackhammers to bust up the concrete or whatever it was they were doing. But after 20, 25, 30 years, the sound of those jackhammers brought back all those memories, because that was the sound of trying to rescue people from that Oklahoma City bombing. So they come. They'll be there. At 1 Thessalonians 5:11, encourage the brethren, just as you are in fact already doing. So if you have any questions, you want to talk, reach out to me. Otherwise, keep the questions coming. We'll see what happens this week. I might address this even more come Saturday. But let me know. I'm Pastor Chris Ireland. Find me Facebook, YouTube, Rumble at FL Compass Church, and now on Instagram at FL Compass Church. Be blessed. And 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Encourage the brethren. See you Saturday.